All right, here we go with the newest strumming pattern. So remember, practice saying what the rhythm is out loud, going from 60 to 120. Super helpful. Practice with Guitar Pro if you need to. Definitely play along with the video to make sure everything sounds and looks the same. And make sure you can say what the count is comfortably before you start strumming everything with the click. So here we go, 60 beats per minute. Looking at the easier way of counting it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, and 4, 1, 2, and 2, 3, and 3, 4, and done. Now the not so easy way. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, and 4, 1, 2, and 2, 3, and 3, 4, and done. I had to cough like that all the time. Man. 120. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, and 4, 1, 2, and 2, 3, and 3, 4, and done. 180. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 240. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Down to 200 for the repeats. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. So a reminder, with this stuff, because there's a lot more upstrokes happening or a lot more downbeats being missed, it does become pretty easy to drift. And what I mean by that is areas like this, where you have several upstrokes in a row or several upbeats in a row, it becomes more and more difficult to keep those strums dead center of the beat as you go faster. So a lot of times what happens with people as it gets going faster or too fast for them is those upstrokes begin to get played when the metronome clicks. So they drifted into the downbeat instead of staying on the upbeat. So just be very aware of that as you go faster. Anytime you notice you're hitting upstrokes when that metronome clicks, then it's not right. Like you've slowed down too much. And just make sure before you increase that metronome speed that you feel like you absolutely nailed the take with confidence. Okay? All right, number 2, finger tapping this week. Got triplets. So we're going to tap, pull off, hammer on. Tap, pull, hammer. Here we go. 60, 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a. $120. 1, 2, 3 and a 4 and a. $180. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. $240. 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Repetitions, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, the bends. So this is all... Ooh, that looks terrible. Hang on. There we go. Alright, so this is all on the D string. Remember to stay on that D string, or stay on the bar you're currently working on until you get a very solid, perfect sounding bend. Let me grab a different backing track here. One moment. Let's see. Alright, that's the channel I want. Let's try this track. Turn myself up a little bit. Alright, so here we go, just bending that D string. Alright. So let's see. The other thing we talked about yesterday, you asked, about bending. So, or keeping the nails out of the way. Let me try and get a close-up of the fingers here. So from this straight on angle. So again, you're gonna just need to push the other strings up with your fingers. Right hand's going to be doing a lot of muting help as well, so it doesn't sound too bad. So yeah, without the right hand, you'll get stuff like that happening. So make sure your right hand sits on your strings to help keep good, clean bend releases. Try it at this angle. This angle. And let's see, how can I do it? This maybe? Alright, there we go. So hopefully that helps. So again, you're just basically pushing the other strings up with the string you're bending to get them out of the way. So your fingernails should never be coming up or getting caught underneath the other strings. If that's happening, your fingers are positioned incorrectly. So Don't let those nails catch under there. Start changing the angle of your fingers so this way you can push the strings up without getting the fingernails involved. And yeah, that's right. The other thing we talked about with the finger tapping and hearing like that kind of stuff when you're moving around, most likely you are releasing pressure at least a little bit and then putting it back down, and that's causing the notes to be fretted. So we don't want to do that. So if you hear the fretted notes coming through, just try that take again and try and like address the issue immediately. Try and figure out, well, what's actually happening. Like, try and see, like, are you really taking your hand too far off? Do you need to change the angle of how your hand is? Do you need to use your arm to help you in muting things out? So just experiment a little bit with, hand position, arm position. Find something that allows you to play these things cleanly. No extra noise coming through. I think that about does it. And yeah, it's fine to have like the little string scrape thing when you're moving your hand. That's kind of an inevitability. But fretting the notes, we can avoid that. All right, any questions, let me know. I'll see you again next week.